Hello guys, welcome to another video of Python for Beginners tutorial, and in this video we're gonna talk about the way how you can install Visual Studio Code for your Mac OS or for your Windows. In this video we specifically show the examples in the Mac, but the installation instructions for Windows are very similar. So let's jump right into the Google Chrome and go to the website code.visualstudio.com/download. If you are watching this video later, maybe the web page changed, so please feel free to go to Google and write down there macOS install Visual Studio Code or download Visual Studio Code. Now when we are in the download section, please click the Mac version, which will initiate the download process. After downloading the Visual Studio Code zip file, go to your downloads location and unzip the zip file downloaded from this web page. After that, double click on the installer which will be extracted and just transfer the icon of Visual Studio Code to your applications. I'm not doing it right now because I have the Visual Studio Code installed, but as you can see, these instructions are clear for everyone. If you are using Windows, just do the same thing for Windows, double click the installer, and then the process is as simple as going next, agree and install, right? Nothing complicated. After that, you can find your Visual Studio Code in your applications for Windows, also for macOS. So in the macOS, press Command Space and write VS Visual Studio Code will pop up. Press enter and this will open a home screen of welcome screen of the Visual Studio Code. In order to work with the Python in Visual Studio Code as proficiently as possible, go to the extension pane. It's here again, the process is same for Windows, also for Mac. Click the extensions and please write down here Python, right? This will provide you all the available Python extensions, but one of them is called the Python extension by Microsoft. Click on it and you can see it will have more than 20 million downloads. This is the most popular Python extension and is essential for you. It will help you, it will highlight the code, it will auto-format the code for you, it will spend you a lot of googling stuff on the internet and setting up. Please click installed under here. After the Visual Studio Code will install the extension, you need to restart the Visual Studio Code. So please close the Visual Studio Code, open the Visual Studio Code, and you are ready to do something, okay? So right now we can start with in the Visual Studio Code to set up everything necessary. So go to this file pane and click open folder. This will open you the Finder and please create some folder. Let's call the folder example folder. Yes, you can click on it and press the open. Now the Visual Studio Code will open for you the folder, and on your left side you will see the content of the folder. Because we created the folder right now, it's empty. You can create a new file which we can call the hello world.py. In order to use the Python tree, which we installed in previous video, in this Visual Studio Code, on the left side you can select which Python you want to run. As I mentioned, macOS ships with two Pythons, Python 2 for Mac and Python 3, which we install right now. So in order to switch between the Pythons, you can click on this, and as you can see, there will be two of them. One is the 2.7.16, this is basically the same thing, which is installed by the macOS automatically, and this is the one which we installed. So please make sure you are using the Python 3.7.7 64-bit user local bin Python 3, okay? Select it, click on it, and this will be used for the compilation. In the Visual Studio Code, you can also open the terminal. In the top pane, you click on the terminal and you open a new terminal. And this terminal is exactly the same terminal which I showed you in the previous video. You can run the commands there and you can open the Python interpreter within there. So during our examples, I will run the code in Visual Studio Code. I will execute them in this Visual Studio Code terminal. If you want to close terminal, please feel free to click it here and click the X here button. It will close the terminal. If you want to quit the Python interpreter, write down the quit command. Basically, that is everything. The same instructions are for Windows. Please install the extension. Please make sure you are using the right Python interpreter. And that's everything, guys. I hope you learned something new. Visual Studio Code is a very powerful tool. Right now it's free for use and a lot of developers are working with it. And it's one of the most popular editors according to the Stack Overflow survey, developer survey. My personal experience, I have rich personal experience with the Visual Studio Code. I have been using it for the last 3 years right now. So I highly recommend to install it for you, but feel free to use another different environment editor if you want. It's up to you. We will just run the Python and the editor has nothing to do with the code. So it is just a nice tool to run it smoothly. Okay guys, that was very short video. I hope you understand everything. If not, feel free to contact me. I'll be glad to help you. I hope I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.